Hello and welcome back. In this video, we are diving into how Co-work handles various file types and tasks like reading, writing, renaming, and organizing. Whether it's PDFs, Word docs, Excel sheets, or even image-based files, Co-work can help automate file management in powerful ways. Let's see how it works. Co-work can read a wide range of file types, including PDFs, Word docs, Excel sheets, CSVs, TXT files, and even OCR for image-based files. Once Co-work identifies the file type, it follows a clear process. First is context injection. It understands the task and file context. Second is tokenization. Breaks the task into manageable chunks. Third is tool-based access. Uses the right tool for each file type. Fourth and the last one, it processes the data based on your task. This ensures accurate data extraction and efficient task execution. Once Co-work recognizes the file type, it starts with context injection, understanding what the task is about and what needs to be done. After that, Co-work tokenizes the content, breaking it down into manageable parts. Next, it uses the appropriate tools to extract data from the specific file format, whether it's CSV, PDF, Word, and etc. Finally, Co-work applies reasoning to process and organize the extracted data in line with your task requirements. You can also create new files with Co-work. For example, you can generate a Word document, save as CSV file, or write a Markdown report. Just be sure to specify the output format and file name so Co-work can create them exactly the way you need. Co-work can also bulk rename files using custom naming conventions. For example, you rename all your files to match the pattern. You can see one of the pattern names that you can use in the slide. This is perfect for organizing files consistently by date, project, or file type. Once your files are renamed, Co-work can automatically organize them into subfolders, saving you time and effort. Here is just one example of how it works. You can set rules to move files by date, file type, or even keywords in the file name. For example, if you're working with financial reports, Co-work can automatically move files that contain the word finance into a folder labeled by keyword or the finance. Similarly, if you want to organize everything by date, Co-work can group files like 2023 followed by 07, that is the month name followed by the date, into a subfolder for that date. This is just one of the ways Co-work keeps everything neat and structured. The important takeaway is that Co-work helps you manage your files without having to manually move them, keeping your system organized in a way that makes sense for your needs. Co-work can handle some tricky scenarios too. If there is a file conflict, for example, if a file already exists, you can set up rules to either skip or overwrite it. If you are working with read-only files, Co-work can handle access restrictions. Also, it can automatically clean up special characters and file names to avoid issues during file operations. Let's take a more realistic scenario. Imagine you have just completed a marketing campaign and now you have multiple files. A CSV file with campaign data, a PDF report, and some notes in a text file. And your goal is to basically extract the insights, generate a summary report, and organize everything properly, all in one go. So, instead of doing this manually, we will give Co-work a single structured task that handles everything end to end. I'll give the prompt to the Co-work. Here goes the prompt that I'm writing in the input field. So, I have written that open this particular folder and calculate the conversion rate for each channel. In my CSV, we have different channels like Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. Now, after that, open the TXT file which has some summary notes and extract the key points. And then create a report combining the insights from both the files and write the summary in bullet points. At the last, include the conclusion paragraph as well. Then save that particular report in that particular folder. After that, you have to organize the files as well. Move all the source files that I have given previously into the archive folder, and then keep the final report in the reports folder. You also have to handle the edge cases. If the report already exists, overwrite it. If any file is missing, skip and continue. Now, this is not just file handling anymore. We are combining data analysis, content extraction, file creation, and file organization, all inside a single workflow. Over here, we can see the task progress for longer tasks and the instruction that Claude.md has. First, it will be reading the CSV file and calculating the performance metrics. You can see the progress report it has created over here. It is locating the source files, then calculating the conversion rates and identifying the top 3 channels from CSV, then extracting the key points from the TXT file. All the steps it is following in a perfect manner that we put in the input field as our prompt. According to the priority task it created, we can see that first it reads the CSV file and calculates the performance metrics. Then it opens the notes file and extracts important context. After that, it combines everything into a structured report. And finally, it would organize all the files, moving raw data into an archive and keeping only the final output into the reports folder. Over here, we can see that it could not find the correct folder. So let's try pausing the task. So since it could not find the correct folder, let's try creating a new task by giving it access to the correct folder. I'll go to my desktop. Then this is the campaign data folder that we have. We have to select that one. Cut. We have to select that one and then paste our prompt. Now we can see it found the correct files that we needed to perform the analysis. In the scratchpad section, we can see that it viewed all the files that were there in the folder. So let's look at the result it provided. It says that both the source files were missing from the campaign data folder. And in my prompt, I mentioned that if any file was missing, then skip that part and continue. So it applied that edge case properly and continued to the next task. So it found the report that already existed and decided to overwrite it according to our instructions. It says that all the steps have been completed. Both the CSV and TXT file were missing. So per the edge case rule, both were skipped. In step 2, it read the MD file that already existed in reports and decided to overwrite it. It includes a run log documenting each file's status, the prior Q3 analysis for continuity, and a conclusion explaining why no new analysis ran. And then it organized the files into a proper structure that were defined by us in the prompt itself. So let's look at the campaign summary it created. You can see the top 3 performing channels that we asked for. And after that, we also asked for a concluding summary at the last. It also included that as well. Now, you can see since both the files were missing, it decided to skip that part and continue to our analysis. But what if those files were there in the folder? Then what would the results? So let's try looking at that. I have added the files in the destination folder that was campaign data. Now let's prompt the module. I'll say I have added the missing files to do the proper analysis as asked previously. Let's look at the results, or basically the task priority it creates. Let's close this one for now. It was able to read all those files that I added. Now it is analyzing all the numbers, or basically all the numbers that are there in those files, and writing the report. This is exactly the kind of task you do after every project. Analyze results, summarize findings, clean up files. Normally, this takes multiple tools and steps. Here, it was just one prompt. Now, since we added all those missing files, it was able to do the proper analysis, and it provided us with the results as well, which it shows that the top 3 channels were email, LinkedIn, and Google Ads. The key finding was email and LinkedIn are the most efficient channels by conversion rate, while Google Ads dominate in raw volume. Instagram is the weakest performer and highest cost per conversion at $1,500. With the top channels, it gave us the conversion rate and the cost per conversion as well. So you can see how it gave us all the results in the proper format that we defined earlier in our prompt. Let's make this even smarter. I'll just add, if the conversion rate of any channel is below 4%, mention it under areas of improvement in the report. On the basis of the analysis that it created, we can see that the Facebook and Instagram are below 4%. So accordingly, it should add areas of improvement for those channels. Now, Co-work is not just executing, it is making decisions based on the data. That is, 2 channels fall below the 4% threshold, that is Facebook 3.16% and Instagram with 2.30%. It added that section now. This is where basic automation becomes intelligent analysis. Think about your last project. How much time did you spend analyzing data, writing summaries, organizing files? This is exactly what you can automate. So, the key takeaway from this demo is you don't have to think in isolated tasks like read a file or write a report. You can design a complete workflow, input, process, output, and then organize, all in one prompt. This is where AI stops being a tool and starts becoming a workflow engine. So from here, we can see that Co-work is the powerful tool for handling your files. Whether it's reading, writing, renaming, or organizing, Co-work can streamline these processes and save you time. By setting clear file paths, names, and formats, you make sure Co-work performs the task as expected without the surprises. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.